where I want to start is, this obvious starting point of CRPS. Now, this stands for, and I had to look this up, complex regional pain syndrome. And
Yes.
here in the NHS in the UK, their description of that is a poorly understood condition, which seems to be quite similar to the US because I'm not sure there's that much clarity around CRPS and what it is. So, you've been through this, you're wrestling with it. What exactly is CRPS and how has it affected your life and your wrestling career so far?
Right. I love that we're starting off with this.
Yeah,
Thank you for asking, and thank you for letting me be on a platform and be able to bring awareness to my condition.
of course.
Uh, yeah, you did your research, and it's correct. It's like it's the craziest disease, and you've probably never heard of it before, and it's wrong that people have never heard of it. It's complex regional pain syndrome is the most painful disease known to mankind. And when you bring up the medical charts and pain charts, doctors put this as the most painful pain, as opposed to like on that chart, you have like kidney stones, cancer, amputation, childbirth. You have all the pains that doctors see through their patients, and CRPS is the most cruel out of all of them.
Wow.
And for this disease to not be known is insane. And I hope to change that. And I hope like sooner than this, but I hope within the next 10, 15 years, everyone knows of the big C. Everyone knows of cancer. So hopefully within the next, sooner than later, everyone knows and clutches their pearls when they hear of CRPS.
Yeah, absolutely. So when did your journey with CRPS begin then? When were you diagnosed and what were the symptoms?
Right. So unfortunately, my story is more tragic than just getting the sickness.
Okay.
So basically, getting this disease is bad, but sorry, I don't know if you can hear that. My family is installing something.
Yeah, it's all good.
So sorry, this is so serious. My parents are putting in a washer and dryer.
No, I love it. It's amazing.
It's real. It's real
They
life,
can
guys.
they can they can come over the pond and do all of my housework afterwards. That's fine.
I'm thankful. I'm blessed right now.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So basically, it was a wrestling accident that activated this disease. And this disease, what happens is it could happen from an injury or a surgery. And it's a neurological condition. And basically, it's activated from trauma, and it could be in any of your limbs, and mine happened to be in both my feet because my wrestling injury was torn ligaments. I tore the ligaments in both of my feet, and basically the once I tore my ligaments, it activated CRPS. But the thing is, normally when you get CRPS, you get diagnosed and they offer you treatments. And some people are unfortunate to not be diagnosed and they get treated for other things.
Hmm.
I wasn't fortunate enough to get diagnosed. I went through 15 different doctors. I went from a family doctor to a foot specialist to a sports medicine doctor to a sports medicine foot specialist to a chiropractor to I went to doctors that were only seeing NFL patients. You know what I mean? Like I went to actual NFL doctors. By the time that I got diagnosed, we were looking at 6.5 years.
Wow.
And I had 4 different surgeries on both my feet, which, to be fair, my doctors that did these surgeries were looking at the wrong thing and they were trying to help me. But really, by performing these surgeries on my feet, it actually spread the disease up my legs and made me even sicker. So I now have CRPS from my knees down instead of just in my feet. But CRPS, especially in America, is nicknamed the disease. And it's killing people daily because of the pain we're in.
Mm.
But the disgusting part is I went almost 7 years undiagnosed. I was, not to sound impolitically correct, but I was like raw dogging this without pain pills, without any assistance. Like I said, there's other people that go undiagnosed, but they're getting pumped medicine and getting diagnosed with other sicknesses. The medical field failed me, and it's not my doctor's fault for not knowing. So I can't blame them, which I would love later on in the podcast to discuss it. But I'm actually, with my YouTube series, I'm actually going and seeing all these doctors that misdiagnosed me. And I'm going back and telling them about CRPS and telling them that it's not their fault. And hopefully they can help other people.
That's amazing. That's amazing that you've got the, the strength of character to do that, because I think a lot of people in this situation, there'll be a lot of blame and a lot of looking backwards. And, you're recognizing what this is, that actually, no one's to blame here. This is an kind of chronic pain that people don't really understand, but they need to understand. And
right. You can't just like draw my blood and, oh, that's what she has. You have to be diagnosed with CRPS, you have to go down the rabbit hole of it has to be, it's not that. You have to make sure it couldn't be anything and everything, and then it's that. So, and unfortunately, I've been carrying the symptoms, and I'm the exact poster child for CRPS with all the symptoms, and still I was misdiagnosed.